God's blessings.
Bera, bera, ba 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 la ba la ba 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 la la. Bera, ba 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 la ba. Be bo bo ro ba. Be ba ba la ba. Be ba ba la ba. Good night, my love. Good night.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It just depends on where you are in the world, but you've tuned into the Jazz Zone show, and I really appreciate that. My name is Roscoe Lee Owens, and I am your host in the Jazz Zone. And we have with us some incredible artists, all of them entertainers, but one of them a very fine artist. And let me start over here to my left, which is your right, with one of the artists that is involved with the LA Black Expo and Trade Show. Again, your name?
My name is Kalila.
Kalila. And you're involved in the expo?
Yes, as one of the Urban Idol finalists.
Urban Idol finalists. In what category?
My category is R&B, which is one of my most beloved forms of music.
Fantastic. And I know it's good because we heard you on the show before.
Yes, yes.
A cappella style. And Jacqueline, please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello, my name is Jacqueline Denise, and I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
Yes, I'm an artist in the Urban Idol of the LA Black Expo.
Okay.
Yes.
In what category as well?
My category is gospel, the word and song.
The word and song. I like that. The word and song.
Yes.
That's. And we're going to come back to both of you. And I know you've had a lot to do with the expo and a lot of interaction as well. And this young man, it's been a pleasure to meet and know, Z-Man.
Yes, I'm Z-Man. I've made it to the finals as well as these beautiful ladies we have here, and I just worked hard. And I'm hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't appreciate it, but that's my form of music, and I love it to death.
And there's one thing that you said on an earlier show that we had on the Jazz Zone. If they listen to it, they will really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because there's a message
That's
to
right.
what you rap about. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Because sometimes the age difference and the sound begins to put distance.
Yeah.
But if you pay attention,
It brings
you
it back
become
together.
a communication.
Bridging the gap.
Bridget, All right. Rapping, you know. Now I want to get to our fine artists because this show is really about one of the fine art aspect of the expo, and we have with us my good friend Jean-Paul and Louise Jean-Paul. I know that you're excellent. Your work is done in the studio, and that is absolutely awesome. And since we go back some years, let me just hear some and let them know some things about you, Jean-Paul.
Well, a lot of people know me by Jean-Paul.
Yes.
But my name is Willie Louis Jean-Paul.
Okay.
But I go by Jean-Paul. As for an artist,
Yes.
it's more clever, Jean-Paul, just two words. I've been doing art since I was 5 years old. And I play about 3 different instruments, piano, jazz, and bass. And I play drums too, but not that good. Art and music is my life, and cooking as well too, because cooking is an art form.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
it is.
it's a passion of mine, and what I really find interested in my life is I have a lot of opportunities to go to the school and to talk to the kids, to reach out to them before they get into gang, doing negative things.
Yes.
So I can bring them, listen to their parents, to the teachers, so that way they can have a future. Because there's a lot of kids that's not going to be doctors and lawyers, but they're going to be great painters, great designer.
Yes.
And if you look around you, everything is art. The shoes you're wearing, the pens is an artist that have to sketch it first
Yes.
before they make it. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, I know you've done several shows and probably some one-man shows as well. Your art is here. Let's just, I want to talk about this piece.
Yeah.
Because I really do want to take it
I
home.
love that.
And all of the pieces, I want to be sure that the audience know, all of the pieces are original that we're showing on film right now. Share some, and the technique, and also the fabric that you're working on.
Well, I travel all over the world. I go to a lot of countries.
Yes.
So when I'm in Costa Rica, Colombia, you cannot find art stores like when you're in a desert, remote in the mountain. So I will find burlaps. Burlaps is a sugarcane sacks or coffee bean sacks. So I will take the sacks and cut it and then put it in white, give it a base, and then sketch whatever I want to do. So these pieces here is husbands and wife. They are professional musicians. So that's how they make their living. So they're performing live for an audience. So she's playing the fiddles, and then the husband playing the acoustic guitar. So it's cubism, it's abstract. You can see that the round, the square cheese, so that's kind of make it, I give it like a cubism style,
Yes.
which is originated in Africa.
Yes.
But a lot of people think Picasso was the one who discovered. It's not true.
Yes.
Cubism, mathematics, science originated in Africa. It's
Yeah.
pure science.
Yes.
And mathematics is science.
Yes, I can see, the energy that's coming off of you,
course.
because the truth will make you smile.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
It'll just make
Set
you
you
glow.
free, exactly.
Hey,
Will.
talk to me.
So
Indeed.
my great-great-great-great-grandfather been doing art before, way before, I was even here, born, or, a lot of people, a lot of artists.
The piece that we started to show off on, and that's one of your original pieces as well, is right behind you. I don't want you to turn around because I know you know what it is.
You're talking about the Bob Marley pieces.
Yes.
There's 2 of them.
Yes, the Bob Marley piece.
One is the bottom one, I start there. That's Serenity. That's my granddaughter.
Okay,
That's
very
Serenity,
colorful.
yes. And then Bob Marley playing guitar next to her, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And the top one is Bob Marley playing live in New York City. That's in Madison Square Garden. I saw the last show that he gave, the last performance before he died in Madison Square Garden in New York City. So that's what inspired me to design the top one, the yellow one.
Yes. Now, when you said that, I'm going to take this back to the expo because of the fact that Harold, the president of the LA Black Expo and Trade Show, last year had a wall of fame. And this year he's changing it to a wall of musicians and credit to the musicians. And each of the fine artists and several fine artists will be able to display. And I'm just utilizing that because it was like almost an entree in speaking of this fine artist with your talent and bringing that alive as well. We're looking for your participation in that. What I want to show is because if these are all originals, and originals are pretty expensive. I know we were talking, you collect?
Yeah.
It's a friend of yours, a photographer, you were saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
And
She started, I believe she started first with the love of photography, I believe by the age of 15.
yes.
And ever since then, you know, photography has been her life. We went to college together, and she majored in art with her emphasis being photography. And she took the first professional photos of me.
Fantastic.
And yeah, we had a lot of fun. And she actually had a lot of prints that she didn't want. You know, there are some things she's like, oh, well, this isn't good. You know, I'm going to take other pictures. And I'm like, no, let me have those.
Yes.
I'm like, put your signature on these.
Yeah.
And she did, and I kept them.
Well, let me share something too, because as an art collector myself and as a gallery owner, I've known Jean Paul for many years. Originals, people like to collect, but somewhat expensive at times. So I want to show the audience one of Jean Paul's pieces. And I selected this piece on purpose because it is about enjoyment, the arts, and the music. Share some information about this particular piece. that I'm
Well,
holding.
this piece, I call it the turquoise triangles, because it's a piece that I did it when I was in South Beach in Florida.
Okay.
It's right by the ocean at night. The band was performing. So this piece is, I love it very much because he has so much cubism, so much, how you say that?
Energy, I know that.
Energy,
Yes.
inspiration, you know?
Yes.
And I love trombone. Trombone is one of my favorite instruments too.
Is that-
But I cannot play, you know?
And I want to go to another one of your pieces, but I need your help.
Okay.
Okay. Jacqueline, would you hold this
Yes.
for me?
Thank you.
Because this is a series. You can start sharing
Yes.
information about that piece, but I wanted to unfold to the audience and what is really going on with your thoughts.
So this piece is in three. When you
Okay.
frame it, it's gonna be the three pieces framed together with a beautiful white matting around the edge.
Beautiful.
The pieces that Jacqueline have over there, it's Coltrane.
Can we bring this a little closer here?
That's Coltrane over there. And this is the shore of Malibu.
Okay.
And this is Mr. Miles Davis. So they're playing Funny Valentine.
Train, Miles, Malibu, Funny Valentine.
Funny Valentine.
I love it.
That's a beautiful
You know,
piece. Yes.
what it's really saying to me is that your environment brings about your creativity as well. It's just like, okay, no canvas, burlap,
Of course, whatever you can
Rock?
use, you know,
What-
whatever, you wood, everything, paint on everything.
you know. I want to also share with the audience the aspect of culture, which I call Los Angeles a major cultural mix. And this, you're from,
Haiti originally, but originated from Africa, my ancestors.
okay,
Yes.
ancestors from Africa.
Yes. And I'll take you back, way, way back in Africa to this piece right there. This one called The Secret of Jean Paul. This is a voodoo pieces. Now, everybody, when they hear the word voodoo, you know, oh, voodoo is all negative, but it's not true. Voodoo is pure science. This is black man religion originally, before we got Catholic, Christianity, you know, all this other religion. Voodoo is pure science because you get the power to heal and you get the power also to hurt somebody. But life itself is voodoo. Because if you work hard and you earn your money, you buy your house, your car, that's good voodoo. But if you take a gun and you go to a bank and shoot people demanding money without working for it, that's bad voodoo.
It's
Am I
bad
right?
karma
It's
too.
Bad karma too. So there's a positive
Yes.
things about
Yes.
voodoo because there is a voodoo preacher that can heal, that can cure if your children's sick. My grandmother was a voodoo woman. You know, and she used to heal a lot of people, helping them out.
You know, what I see in that is that the world is made up of so many, many different blessings that to shine one, to not recognize the
Yeah.
fact that it's happening is notwithstanding just dissipating information,
Of course.
dissipating education, dissipating the fact that I don't need to learn anything because I get the word.
History.
The word. The word took me to the left, so I don't even want. You know. So, but anyway, culture is flowing throughout your work.
Of course, certainly. That piece over there, that's Dorothy Dandridge.
Dorothy Dandridge.
I admire her very much because she paid a heavy-duty price.
Yes.
Opened doors for a lot of other black actresses, Spanish actors as well, Oriental actors who couldn't be in motion pictures, who never get to kiss another person in the movies. You know, they always give them, you know, negative part to play. So I pay a lot of respect to her. So that piece, I want to dedicate it to her.
Yes.
Because she suffered a lot. The same thing with Louis Armstrong too, you know. He takes a lot.
Well, see, the pioneers have to cut the grass.
Of course.
Lay the foundation.
Yes.
Because we're all standing on somebody's shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Because they're standing on somebody's shoulders.
Inspiration.
Yeah, somebody's standing on the boat.
Exactly.
You know, or under it. You know, I don't want to go there because we want to stay with this aspect of the art. Now, I know what we're doing at the expo, and I'd like to have one of the flyers up on the expo because I want people to understand that this year's expo is absolutely awesome. It's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of September.
Yes.
Which is next week.
Yes.
So you need to come on out. We're at the LA Convention Center.
Yes.
The Los Angeles Black Business is right on the screen. I gave it that minute of silence because I wanted you to pay a lot of attention to that. Now, but that's what we're rapping about right here. You know what I mean? And I like what you do because hip hop. I was at a conference and a young man about a little bit older than you, but young man, he said, "Well, I don't see a lot of the young people here." You can't go anywhere without the youth because the youth is what changes the entire world.
That's
the youth
true.
of the entire world.
Yeah.
And it is being inspired by yourself as a young man. Jean Paul as an artist has been around and you could tell has been in a lot of different areas that just continue to compile in the mind to be able to create that. Young lady, and I want to come back to you, Jacqueline, because I want to talk about what's happening backstage.
Yes.
What's happening backstage?
A whole lot of excitement. We prepare the models,
Yes.
the clothing models, as well as the hair models when they're coming out.
Yes.
We're putting on makeup. We're getting clothes together. We're creating backdrops. We're creating scenes that take a large amount of time, but they're only on for maybe about 10 or 20 seconds.
Yes.
Each scene has been created, has been given a theme, and we help to make that possible. It's a lot of magic.
Some more artists.
More artistry.
Because
yes.
just to make somebody, they may be beautiful, but we need the lights to hit them just right.
Yes.
So the sparkle is there.
Yes.
And you did this last year.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
What I'd like to do at this point, just speaking of last year, I want to do a roll-in. Because I want people to see what happened at the expo in '05 so they can anticipate to run down to the convention center to be sure that we catch you on stage.
All right.
Give me that smile. We'll catch you on stage.
All right.
Okay. Here we go with an aspect
was
of
the Los Angeles
05.
Black Business Expo and Trade Show, the BBX 2005. The theme, Building Business Bridges, was indicative of just how it all came together behind the scenes, building the stage for 3 power-packed days of business networking, special events, and more. The Black Business Expo President Harold Hambrick's years of dedication and positive commitment is reflected in the fact that the Black Business Expo has become an icon in the Los Angeles community and beyond.
As a part of the LA Black Business Expo and Trade Show experience, what we promote more than anything else is networking. We try to get all of our businesses to get to know each other before we try to do anything with the businesses.
The fact is, an appearance by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger underscores the impact, influence, and importance of the Black Business Expo.
You never know who will drop in.
I can't believe it.
I have got the Governator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is here with us live and in living color. visiting us on the floor of the Los Angeles Black Business Expo. How are you doing today, sir?
Terrific, thank you. It's great to be here today at the Black Business Expo. And it's really spectacular to see the great business activities here and all the great merchandise that's being sold here and offered here. And it is really nice to see the people and to meet the people. And I'm here to first of all just see what's going on here and the great things that are happening, and you know, the great businesses that are coming up for the state of California. But also at the same time, I'm here to promote my ballot initiatives, Proposition 74, 75, 76, and 77.
The Black Business Expo was a tremendous success, with presenting sponsor One United Bank taking the lead, and with premier sponsors, exhibitors, and the community forming a cohesive business network. Executive producer Roscoe Lee Owens was there, representing JazzZone.net, a one-stop source for music, art, events, and more.
The space is beautiful. Mr. Harold Hambrick and that staff has done an awesome job at just getting this thing off the ground and off the hook. My name is Roscoe. That was our insert that we wanted to show you from 05 because it's very, very exciting. And the participation, Jacqueline, what you were doing backstage, it didn't show on the clip, but it'll show when they come out because it is the foundation. We have to be in there. What has happened this year as well, from last year is in the clip that we did a art pavilion. And Jean-Paul is one of our featured artists in the art pavilion for this year, which is really great. And I want to just share with the audience how important the Fine Art Pavilion is, why they need to be there, and what other artists are participating in that as well that you know.
Oh, wow. There's so many great artists that are going to be there. And it's very important for the public to come to because those artists, you know, they've been doing their craft like 50, 60 years.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So those are legend.
Yes.
You know, and the Black Expo is the best place for them to come and to show their work. So we need the public to come and to purchase, buying those artists' artwork so you can support them. Yes. So they can go on and create more beautiful artwork because art is therapy. Art is like nourish the body. It's like eating food. Yes. Because you go to museum to look at beautiful artwork, somehow it inspire you and nourish your body. It make you feel good. I give you an example. Kaiser Hospital, they bought a lot of my paintings. Yes. And they were telling me when the people come, who very sick, very ill, and they come to see the doctor, they have to wait 2-3 hours sometime, and they can look at the art in the wall, and he will like.
Well, let me share with you, because I met Bill Hart and Muriel Shabazz, have a Shabazz restaurant. Geniuses. And we came together to develop this Village Collective, which is a collective because Black Business Expo, there is a business of fine art. There is a business of art. We talked about culture from Haiti. We have Aziz from Senegal. I know Reginald Webster from right down there in New Orleans. Yes. You know, hopefully we have Charles Bibbs there as well, who just opened a beautiful gallery downtown, the 626 Gallery in the city of Los Angeles. Alan, a fashion designer, a jeweler, Salam, his work is just awesome as well. But what I want to also find ourselves in is the world of Jean-Paul, the entertainer. I'd like to hear number 7. If we can get number 7, I'd like to hear Jean-Paul give us this whole version of
number 7.
Another aspect. Number 7, it's on your, album.
That's a number that, I wrote that song when I was very depressed one time. So he lifted up my spirit and a whole lot of people. Because a lot of people want to buy that, the CD because of that number 7. So I'm going to do it for you. It's called It's Okay to Cry.
It's Okay to Cry.
Yeah. I wake up this morning, did not want to get out of bed, did not want to face the world. I wanted to get drunk instead. I put my trust in God's hand. Hold my head up high. I may have a few step backs along the way. It's okay to cry. I put my trust in God's hand. I'm not worried about a thing. He's ready for my prayers. And God I can confide. I put my trust in God's hand. Hold my head up high. I may have tears along the way. It's okay to cry.
Okay, okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. That's a new project that you're working on, correct?
Yes, this is my second album.
Okay.
So I'm working on the third one. Which
Soulful Music, Serenity.
Serenity, yes. This one, let me tell you the story about this city. This is my granddaughter.
Okay.
After 25 years, I find my daughter in the internet. I look in the internet and I put her name. I remember her name. I saw her when she was 1 year old. She was born in Brooklyn, New York. So she kept moving. I could never find the address where she was at. One day my friend said, let's go to the internet. So I put her name, Judith Joseph. So I wrote a letter to her, say, because the internet gave me the address and the phone number and everything. So the phone number was changed, so I have the address was still correct. So I wrote her a little note, say, if you are my daughter, please call me or write me a letter. So 2 weeks later, she wrote me a letter, say, it is so nice to finally hear from you, as I felt if I would never get to know you.
So is this a picture
Of me.
And
But this is my granddaughter, Serenity, but my daughter name is Judith, so I didn't know, I have no idea that I have a granddaughter.
Well,
so
you
I
know.
dedicated the city to my granddaughter.
see, now that's,
Yeah.
it's okay to cry.
It's fate too.
Woo!
Yes.
You know, absolutely. Now, I wanna just crystallize this, come back, because we have 4 artists, and I'm gonna include myself, so we're gonna make it 5.
Yes.
Because we all have talent, and it's what it is we interactively pull up our blessings and then give it out.